and whatever he has covered, it was a really very much technically rich presentation, and it is more so in manufacturing things, manufacturing industry, and whatever our information is there as a power industry person representative, I would like to share that thing in front of you. In today's world, information is power. That means those who are connected and have that access and informations, they can take better decision in the industry, and obviously they would have that leading edge over other competitors. We too in NTPC, there are many processes which we have automated, and I will share those informations with you in these next few slides. And for that, I would like you to go back to the earlier days when our processes were in all silos. First of all, before that, if I move that, this is my presentation guidelines, outlines, and these are the presentation topics in the various slides I have covered. And it is very obvious from the topic headlines. I am taking you back to the next slides. That earlier days it used to be disconnected systems. All processes individually, they used to operate in their respective areas without any information exchange. That means in a way we can say that it is performing or operating in a silo form. And that silo operation was there in the automation system world also. It can be seen that it was responsible for individual process area control without sharing any information amongst them. Then of course, thanks to technology, your IT industry and automation improvement, and that effect came first in the HMI and then control system, and of course then it has come to the field as well. In fact, in today's world, there is no system, there is no device which cannot be connected or automated. In fact, somebody was stating the other day that in today's world, our permanent address is our Hotmail or Gmail ID. You can track any person through this mail. Similarly, if you extend that logic to your asset, so today's world, an asset can be identified by its IP address. So that means Internet of Things is the next realm of things which is going to stay over a few years. And that connectivity, for that improvement with the technology, it is there in our automation system also. As you see from the slides, now in our plant, all the systems, even if it is responsible for respective area, then also it is interconnected, and huge amount of information exchange, process data is taking place in the industry and in our plant. And with this huge amount of data in your plant, in every nook and corner, your all process data is available with everybody. And with the advancement of technology, with the connectivity of the plant to your centralized ERP or IT world, and amongst IT connectivity, even sitting at your desk, you are getting all information, huge amount of data from any plant, from anywhere in the system, it is available to you. But with this huge amount of data, is it going to help us? That is the question. Huge amount of data is available with us. Are we going to use it properly? With that information, are we able to convert that information into convert the data into the information? Am I be able to take the proper decision from where I can make this information or input this data the actionable point so that my profit increase? So that is the things it is said that this information, converting the data into information, there is a difference between there is a gap. that those who are having data and this data converted into actionable data, that is this gap, whosoever having is this, whosoever is can that, they have got the edge over others. That is the main thing in today's scenario. And for this thing to take place, you have to have business analytics. As Mr. Ralph has also told, and it is that in our scenario, that process data, whatever is available with us, and with that different constraints are there in a power industry under which we have to operate. And we have set up goals for our corporate point of view, that is your return on investment. Obviously your project schedule is there, your regulations are in place. With that thing and your operations thing, if business analytics, proper business analytics are used, so those data you have to convert it into that, decision triggers by which you can improve your industry return on investment in different terminology. It is not only economics, it is other things are there which will be coming in the subsequent slides. Now for that gap, to bridge that gap, that your whatever your vision and what is that actual reality, to bridge that gap, you have to have a very good performance monitoring system is in place with the proper analytics. If you see from this slide, it is Stephen Covey model that your 4 discipline accountability. So that means if there are some, it is a balanced scoreboard, and if there are some lead measure which is deviating from actually whatever you wanted to have, if there are deviation, who is accountable for that? If I extend that, example, if it can be correlated with our type of process, that in our balanced scoreboard in a power industry, it is your hit rate. Now, if hit rate is deteriorating, now how to fix the responsibility or accountability? If it is deteriorating, it is due to any leakage, or it is a leakage in your spray valve. Who is responsible for that? It is our mechanical maintenance people. Similarly, if it is due to that tuning problem in your control system, it is our control C&I system, C&I people are responsible, accountable for this. So this type of accountability is already in place in our power plant type of scenario. Now worldwide efforts in this direction is already taking place. Some of the examples are there. Various governments, it is of course it is in manufacturing industry, the various corporate sectors, various governments, they have done this type of, they have taken this lead in this direction, and this is to improve your, customer satisfaction, to take, adaptability to your market dynamics, varied market dynamics. This will improve on that, and this is one such example in this direction. In NTPC, it is actually our operation. Now, having said this, all this background, I would like to take you to our NTPC's experience. If you see that in our process, our business process in 3 phases. First is it is engineering, then build, and then it is operate. And each process, there are various steps, various processes are there. For example, if it is engineering, then it starts from project FR. Then it is, your basic engineering, then your bid evaluation type of things, and then it is a detail engineering. Then comes your project execution stage, and there are also different phases are there, and it is finally, it is operation and maintenance. This is our 3-phase operation. And each phase, there are different processes. I will come to you subsequently. Before we move further, as I told you earlier, that our organizational goal is, it can be divided into 3. It is economic, of course, we are there to do the business, then social, and then environmental. And these goals are converted in the organization wide into our KPIs. From our boardroom to your plant operator level, these KPIs are there. And these KPIs, in fact, these KPIs drive our total organization process from boardroom to operator, as I told you, with varying degree of intervention. That means, if I try to explain this process, that there are different schedules are there for each level or each people in our organization. And that varying degree of intervention means, if you see that it is for our plant operator, it is hit rate, it is team parameters. These are real-time intervention. He has to continuously be on the system to make his, to fulfill his target, goal, that value. There are some things which are monthly intervention is required at maybe your plant level itself, it is higher management. Then it is quarterly level, maybe regional office, and that is, of course, it is annually MOU, CAPEX, these are the there. This is the total things which is annually it is monitored. So total these things, this type of monitoring at every level and at every person, these KPIs drive our entire organization and our entire value process. Now, if I could come to that, whatever amount of automation we have done so far and our future plan for this, I would like to take you one by one in different phases. Engineering phase, as I told you, it is in 3 different phases. It is your basic engineering, then your pre-award activities, and then post-award activities. And so many in-house initiatives we have taken. For example, in the detail engineering stage, DREAMS. This was conceived in 2003, and this is totally in-house developed software package. And through this software package, right now, around 2 lakhs of drawings are getting reviewed, because we have got multiple project in place. It is not only greenfield, brownfield, and then your R&M jobs are taking place. So around 2 lakhs of drawings are getting reviewed and approved through this DREAMS package. There are other initiatives, IDES, Icons, Ideals, Gates. These are all in-house developed software packages. And Icons and Ideal, it will be, let me share it with you, that it is our project engineering, control and instrumentation people, engineers, they have developed this for interconnection and logic generation, and for this we have already obtained IPR from government agencies. There are other similar system tools are in place. I have just used by various disciplines. For example, as process simulators, it is there. This is engineering simulator, then CFD modeling for flue gas ducts, then program for your heat balance diagram, water transfers. These are all listed here. Some of these software packages are in-house developed. Some are. We bought it and then we are using it for our engineering. Having said all those things, we are now in the process of procurement of 3D software package, and that will be really helpful for us. There are so many advantages which we will be getting for that, but maximum advantage what we are going to get from this use of software package, layout related problem, what we face during execution, final execution, there are fouling, there are, this type of things can be caught right at the design stage, and thereby enabling faster execution of the project, which we are trying to make better and better in our execution period. Some other IT enablement we have done, that is your testing of logics and loops in virtual controllers, that we have already done, and remote factory acceptance test. By that we mean that your software testing, earlier it used to be part of your factory acceptance test. Now we have separated that one from that real factory acceptance test, remotely it is done, and thereby separating that Application software, we call it application software testing. It is away from your hardware and your staging and hardware testing, those processes. And this is really a win-win situation for our suppliers and NTPC. We are getting that benefit there. Then comes, construction phase. And this construction phase, it is mostly IT enabled. That means we are using CCTV, it is IP CCTV, and from remotely we are monitoring the progress of our construction. It is in a way, and that is through your robust infrastructure communication system. It is a sort of telepresence type of thing, and that is remotely done from our corporate center. That wherever it is going on, it is remotely done. Other than that, integrated project ERP through different modules are there. ERP PS is such modules through which we are doing our project construction phase things, and this module help us in correlating our drawing status, our BBU status, our quality plan status, and inspection status. That means at any point of time you can track your state of your any device, where it is, what is the situation, you can track it. Last stage is our O&M stage, and they are the main bed earner of our company, and obviously so the maximum penetration in ERP. There are various modules in place. For example, ERP PP, this is for your operation management, overhauling, trip data, raising work orders, etc. Through that module we are using it. ERP PM, it is offline measurement by use of vibration offline data measurement, preventive maintenance schedule, workflow. Through this model it is done. ERP MM, it is spare part management, integration with work orders, evolving maintenance cost. By that we means, suppose I am using one spare parts from my stock. So what is the cost of that spare part? Actually, if I use that one, and company wise also the data is updated. That means sitting somewhere, if somebody wants to have one spare, he can immediately track and across the organizations where it is available. So that is the advantage of this type of things. Then module is ERP FM. This is your actually all fuel related controls are done through this module. And this is not only at our organization, it is connected to your CRIS, Centralized Railway Information System. With that, this ERP FM module is connected. And this, because of this connectivity with CRIS, I can track my wagon. That means one wagon which is carrying coal for my one X project, if it is diverted from X project to somewhere else. So divert in and divert out concept is already in place, and that is done automatically. That means if one wagon is coming to one X power station, and if it is by mistake it reaches Y, then automatically whatever wagon is meant for Y station, it will come to X station. It is like that type of integration is already in place. And with this type of integration that with different organization, that will in a same value chain, this is a sort of correlation what I have shared, that manufacturing organization already people have started taking this initiative. This is one such example. Apart from ERP, there are third-party softwares which are used in our power plant. For example, your ABT, from the name itself, it is availability based tariff thing. Then your PADO, performance analysis, diagnostic and optimization package, and different such in vibration analysis package. These are used by the operator and maintenance staff at our power plant. Now having such a varied and it is big fleet of power stations, it has helped us in development of very rich expertise in O&M amongst O&M staff. But with the passage of time and attrition and superannuation, this base is shrinking. Then the concept of move the data, not the person, that evolved. And we established a control room in our in Delhi office, in our corporate center, Antariksh. And there all the data, this is connected to across our organization, all plants are connected to that control room, and all data are coming from all plant, all the data are coming to that control room. And there we have already started using, and that control room is named as Antariksh. And there we are sitting at the Noida, NTPC's fleet management, from there all data is coming there from the plant. And that plant that is there, centralized fleet management, it is called smart catch. That means from the data, whatever alarms are coming, those alarms are analyzed in a in-house developed software which is called Fishbone. We are able to guide our operator sitting away from the power plant. So that is, and it has become very useful to us. Our expert people are sitting at Noida and they are monitoring all the power plants from the remotely and giving timely suggestion to act upon the problems for which we are getting alarms. But there are some systems which are, and before that, and it is not the end. There are other systems, as I told, we are already using, and now we plan to procure APR, Advanced Pattern Recognition System, and that will give us even one step ahead, more advantage. It will give early warning of an impending failure of an equipment. And that will correlate, some of the manufacturers, some of the suppliers, they are correlating with vibration data as well. Of course, vibration data, we are from power plants, we are through remote client, we are getting our vibration analysis data at our Antariksh as well right now. But this APR will also, some of the suppliers, they are using this vibration data as well. Vibration data they will be using. Now, with this, so what we have so far done, that is, that we have covered. But some systems we are yet to, connect, integrate. That is your ABT energy meters, switchyard automation system, RLDC data with generation system. These things we have to done. Now, this type of things, when it is done, then whatever we are doing, that is all your diagnostics. Now we want to move to the future is prognostics. That means we have to have the data in advance, and with a certain amount of alarm, we should be able to predict that how much time is there with us, with a fault which is already started appearing, and how much I can still run. That will be helpful. Once that technology matures, then we are going to be really benefited, and that will be helpful for our preventive maintenance planning type of things in our plant. Now, having said all those things, that this is our future, we are going to do this, there are challenges, and those challenges are there in integration. First is your cyber security, that all of us know that this is our greatest challenge, but that should not deter us in integrating our total business process, because all problems have got their solutions as well. Now, Indian power sector, cyber threat, cyber security is a challenge. It is for all organizations. But there are other challenges in the industry which are very much macro level. And those challenges are extremely tough for all power industry people. And some of the things we have tried to noted it here. Most challenging, and some of the challenges can be done through your use of proper IT. For example, that young generation people, this is a challenge for our HR. That young generation people, they are not akin to go to remote site and be posted there. So these things also can be resolved through proper use of IT. And what I have brought here, the concept, it is 10 years from now, it is widely different from the present norms, that as I have already shared that all data is coming to corporate center and that much infrastructure is in already place. So we can use a cluster of plant in a regional level and operate the plant from that. Of course, it is today's scenario, it is not done, so it may look, it is very, thing, but after 10 years, I am very sure it should be possible that various, in a region, one center will be there, and from there various plants will be operated. That will be helpful because we have varied, generation things. For example, we have got hydro, our coal, gas. So this type of regional center will be helpful for our optimization of our business and quality of things, and through that process, through the common infrastructure, hospitals, schools, townships, we should be able to create our younger generation, as I told, that problem it will be in the city, so they will also not be deprived of city facilities, and through that process, we'll be able to create some space at our power plant. It is a very, costly things, costly lands, and we'll be able to add more plants in the respective, more units in the respective plants. So that is our power clusters, and I think I have reached the last slide. So embracing, and that is our future, as I told, with the corporate center from, instead of corporate center into regional center, everything will be connected and we will be doing our business, operating our plant remotely from our regional center. And once this type of things, we are able to do, that will have our, edge over others. And IT and automation, IT we have already started using it to a large extent. Further, if it is can be totally, if it is can be done, then we will have that edge over others, and it is that the only such enterprise will have the competitive edge of the complex and dynamics future. Those who are connected, and concept of information-driven enterprise will change the entire industrial ecosystem in the coming years. With that, I am very sure that this type of technology will be totally be possible to embrace in our power industry as well in the near future. And with that, I will, with that Jack Welch quotation with the quote, that an organization's ability to learn and translate that learning into action rapidly is the ultimate competitive edge. And I am very sure we will be able to do it in our power industry as well. Thank you all for your